Hey, how's it going today, huh? Super! Hey, I wanted to do a little bitching today. And my bitch for the day is tipping. You know, when you go to a restaurant, waitresses expect a tip. Doesn't matter what they do, they expect a tip from you. You know, I know some waitresses are going to hate my guts when when they watch this video and they don't like what I say, but I don't care. I don't care if you have to work for $2.75 an hour plus tips. What's that? That doesn't concern me. I'll tell you what my concern is to go out and get the best meal for the best price for me. And that doesn't include tipping $2, $3, $4 for somebody to remove one plate from my table. You know, when I go in, I go to kind of a buffet, an all-you-can-eat joint, and I get one drink, and I never ask for refills, ever, so they don't have to, make me think that they went out of their way for me. So I never ask for a refill, and I stack my plates. I get one plate, have another plate, have another plate, so I stack my plates. So when I leave, they have to take one drink and 2, 3 plates off that are stacked, nice and neat. I have my napkins on the plate. You know, everything's on the plate. The table's nice and clean. It's immaculate. And I'm just not going to pay, $2, $3 for a waitress doing nothing, they take the plates off from the table next to you, and, they say, well, can I take your plate here? Well, if they take my plate, then they think you're entitled to your, $2, $3 tip. Here, I got news for you. I'm not going to tip anybody to take one plate off my table, I'm not going to do it. It's not happening. Now, if they did something, out of the ordinary, except take one plate, when they're traveling down that, aisle of tables anyway, duh, I'm taking a plate. I want $2, $3 tip from you. It's not happening. Not from this guy. Of course, if they're extra cute, and extra nice to me, I tip them. I do. I tip them if they're very, very nice to me. And I know they're not just bucking for a tip. I can tell a phony waitress from one that's sincere. I'll tell you, a sincere waitress is a waitress that continually is nice to you, even after time after time after time you don't tip her. And I go in there, a couple of times a week, so they know me. But the waitress that keeps being nice to me, time after time after time, after getting no tip, but she continues to be nice and decent, I go up and hand her a 10 spot, once in a while. Tell her, thanks for all that she does. But there's other waitresses there that, if you don't tip them, the next time you're in there, they don't look at you, they don't say hi. They might come and put some napkins on your, in the dispenser on the table that they're going around all the tables putting napkins in dispensers. They don't even say hi to you. Nothing. Why? Because you didn't tip them. I'm not going to tip them for, removing one plate. When I go in, I get one drink, and I stack my plates. Get one plate, finish that, put another plate on top of that, get some food on that. I stack my plates. When I leave, it's spotless. It's I have all my napkins on the plates. It's immaculate when I leave. They don't have to give me a refill because I only have one drink. They don't have to keep taking plates. If they come down the aisle and they're taking other people's plates, and they notice I just finished my plate, and they say, well, can I take your plate? If I say yes, I'm not going to pay them $2, $3 to take one plate when they're, going down the aisle anyway. But they expect it, don't they? Here's what I expect. I expect to be treated nicely. I'm going into their establishment, and I'm putting my hard-earned money down on the table, to eat there. I expect, politeness. I expect them to, to be decent, to be respectful. I expect clean dishes. I expect clean utensils. Good food that's not going to poison you. You're not going to be up all night with diarrhea. There's certain things I expect. And it's not happening. I'm not tipping $2-3 for someone to move a plate off the table. So that's not happening. Anyway, you can hate me. I don't care. Yeah, that's a job, and I realize that there's tables where there's a couple, 2-3 brats at the table, putting, crap all over the table and crap all over the floor and stuff, and, asking for different things and stuff. Well, the waitress goes out of her way to get the broom out and the dustpan and clean the crap that the kids put on the floor. They keep getting them refills and different things, rolls and different things. I can understand that because the waitress has gone out of her way to cater to these creeps. But she hasn't gone out of the way for me. I'm not paying her $2-3 for one plate. It's not going. It's not happening, baby. So that's my bitch for the day, If you don't like it, I don't care. You don't have to do everything I do or believe everything how I believe. I don't know everything, boys and girls, but I know more than you do.